A lot of people say the internet feels overcrowded now. Too many creators, too many businesses, too many people copying each other. Every platform feels flooded with repetition. And honestly, they are not completely wrong. Most people online today are fighting for attention, using the exact same strategies. Same thumbnails, same trends, same content formats, same side hustle advice recycled repeatedly. But here is the strange part. Even though the internet feels crowded, originality is still surprisingly rare. Useful digital products are still rare online. Most people are trying to become influencers. Very few people are quietly becoming owners. And ownership changes everything. Because when you own a digital asset, something different happens. Your effort stops being tied directly to your time. You create something once, and it can continue producing value repeatedly. That is leverage. And for ordinary middle-class people, digital leverage is one of the biggest wealth opportunities available today. Not because everyone will become rich overnight, but because digital assets scale differently. A normal job pays you once for your time. A digital asset can continue paying you long after the original work is finished. And the best part is this: you do not need to code. You do not need to build an app. You do not need a huge audience or investors. Today, we are mapping out the exact low-tech path to building digital assets that can quietly generate income while you sleep. No complicated tech stack. No Silicon Valley fantasy. Just practical systems almost anybody can start using immediately. The first mistake people make online is trying too hard to be interesting instead of trying to become useful. The internet rewards usefulness more consistently than personality. A lot of creators chase attention, but attention without utility usually fades quickly. Meanwhile, useful products quietly keep selling. This is why your goal should not be becoming an influencer. Your goal should be building inside what I call your utility zone. Your utility zone is where your knowledge or skills can save other people time. And saving people time is extremely valuable online. Now here is the good news. You do not need to invent something revolutionary. You simply need to organize value better than most people currently do. Let me show you a few low-tech niches. First, specialized templates. Most people think templates are only for designers. Not true. A teacher can create lesson planning templates. A small business owner can create invoice templates. A student can create study planners. Templates reduce decision fatigue. Second, curated newsletters. People are overwhelmed with information. A good curated newsletter filters noise. Imagine a newsletter that summarizes AI tools for small businesses or shares scholarship opportunities for African students every week. Third, digital checklists. This category is heavily underestimated. A simple onboarding checklist for freelancers, a moving checklist, a wedding planning checklist, a YouTube upload checklist. People pay for organized clarity and simplified systems. Now compare this with repetitive content online. Repetition content says, "Watch my lifestyle, look at my success, look at my motivation." But original utility says, "Here is a problem solved." One creates entertainment. The other creates repeatable value. And digital assets are built on repeatable value. The internet still rewards people who simplify problems. That opportunity has not disappeared. Now let us talk about the part that scares many people: technology and coding. A lot of people assume building digital income requires coding skills. But modern no-code tools have changed the game completely. Today, one person with basic internet skills can build systems that previously required an entire team. Let us break down a simple low-tech setup. First, Canva. Canva is one of the easiest tools for designing digital products. Templates, checklists, planners, guides, mini ebooks, and presentation packs can all be created easily inside Canva. You do not need advanced design skills anymore. Most beginners can learn the basics within days. Second, Notion. Notion allows people to create organized digital systems like budget trackers, project dashboards, productivity systems, and planners. People are already buying simple Notion templates every single day. Not because the systems are complicated, but because organized systems reduce mental friction. Third, Gumroad. Gumroad handles the entire selling process automatically. It allows creators to upload digital products, accept payments, and deliver files automatically. No coding required. No advanced website building. No complicated setup. Now let us talk about the startup math behind digital assets. Traditional businesses often require inventory, rent, employees, and equipment. But low-tech digital products can start very cheaply. Canva is free. Notion is free. Gumroad is free until sales happen. A domain name may cost $15. Optional design assets may cost $20. Total startup cost? Anywhere between $0 and $50. Now compare that with traditional businesses. A small physical shop could require thousands just to begin operations. But digital assets scale differently. Imagine someone creates a $20 digital planner. If they sell only 10 copies per month, that becomes $200. Not life-changing yet. But here is where the math becomes powerful. The asset already exists. The same file can continue selling repeatedly. 20 sales becomes $400. 50 sales becomes $1,000. And unlike physical products, there is no inventory refill every time someone buys. That is digital equity. You are building assets that continue producing value without restarting from zero every month. Now this is where many people panic because they think they need followers or fame to make digital products work. But the good news is this: you do not need massive attention. You only need targeted usefulness. A lot of people are trying to grow through entertainment, but small creators often grow faster through problem solving. Instead of chasing virality, focus on discoverability. This changes the entire strategy. For example, if you create a budgeting template for college students, you do not need millions of followers to make sales consistently. You only need to place the product where college students already search for solutions. This could include Pinterest, Reddit communities, Facebook groups, searchable YouTube tutorials, and even TikTok search results. Notice something important here. You are not trying to become a celebrity. You are trying to become searchable. That is a completely different game. And honestly, it is often more realistic for ordinary creators. Another powerful strategy is community solving. Most people online only consume communities. Few people contribute practical tools. Imagine joining a freelancer community where people constantly struggle with organization systems. Now imagine you create a freelancer onboarding checklist. Suddenly, your digital product becomes directly connected to an existing problem. This approach avoids many of the bottlenecks people complain about online. A lot of viewers say the digital space feels exhausting because everyone is competing for visibility. And that is true. So here is the challenge I want to leave you with today. Forget trying to impress the internet for a moment. Instead, ask yourself one simple question. What problem can I organize better than most people? That question can become an asset. And I want you to drop your one area of usefulness in the comments below. Maybe you understand budgeting. Maybe you understand student productivity. Maybe you understand fitness planning, church organization, or travel preparation.